Good day, YouTube! And welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. I'm really itchy right here inside this beard, right? You have all these guys that are just starting to grow a beard and they just have like the bit of peach fuzz on them and they're like, how do you have that beard? It's so itchy. Well, normally I take care of it a lot better than I have been, but up here in the Arctic, it's really hard to do everything the way you normally would in the south because you don't have water all the time. And it takes so long to get things. Like, I'm still waiting. I've been waiting over a month for my last package of beard balm and beard oil and stuff, and it's still not here. So I am getting itchy now. I am. And right here is the worst part. Okay, so we're doing a 13 barrels beer. Can you guess which one? Is it going to be this one or this one? This one or this one? This one or this? It's this one. So we are doing 13 Barrels Brewing's Rendezvous Rouge, which is a 5.5% alcohol beer. So again, brewed in Bathurst, New Brunswick. This is the third beer from them that I've picked up that's actually had spilt beer on it. It's not that that's a problem. It probably happened there. But it's just weird to me because it makes me... That's what it is, right? Yeah, okay. It's weird to me because it makes me think that something blew up on me. It didn't because I unboxed it myself and all that. But I just go, oh shit, did one of my beers leak somewhere? I know it didn't, but it's messing with my head. Return for refund where applicable. Yeah, that ain't happening. What do we got going on here? So this is perfect for barbecue, lips, and music. So I guess that's playing music around the... Perfect for kissing? This better taste damn good because my wife tastes damn good. Okay, what do we got here? Gentle sweetness paired with a mild spicy hop flavor. Brewer's notes, notes de brasseur. Caramel and toffee notes, dark amber in color. Aroma has hints of green with earthy notes. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say, right? As a guy who has taught classes on beer and such, I don't like when the breweries give me any tasting notes at all. This really is fairly simple stuff. It's not anything over the top. Their stout had more in-depth tasting notes than any of the other two beers I've had from them yet. I really like this, the ideas for it, the perfect pairings type of thing. I don't understand the lips. Is it a good lipstick? Is that what it? I really like the first set of brewer's note. Well, I really like the dark amber in color. I like that. Aroma has hints of green with earthy notes. Okay, I guess I can accept that. And it doesn't really tell you a flavor, right? Caramel and toffee notes. So I guess it's not as bad as I was thinking. It's just I'm just bringing up the one thing I hate the most when a brewery tells you the tasting notes. I want you to make your own decisions. I make my decisions and I ask you what you think, right? It's what it is, right? Like, here's what I'm tasting. What do you get? Do you like the beer? I like the beer, or I don't like the beer. I also really like this one up here. Like, every beer has its own little description. Okay, let's get into it. We're done talking, right? We've talked too much. Let's try. Let's try the beer. I just dropped some beer onto my heat gun. My heat gun that every once in a while I have to use to either get in or... Well, to let somebody in my house, or to get out of my house, or to let my dog out to pee. Because we live in the Arctic and it gets really cold, and a few times my door has completely frozen shut. Because we face the lake, which means... Ooh, look at that. That is a beautiful beer. It's a dark amber in color, and I mean, I could see that. Yeah, I was gonna say ruby red, but no, it is an amber. It is. You guys are 100% right over there in Bathurst. I love the mocha colored head, like slightly off white, just starting that mocha. And yes, it's a Guinness glass, okay? I'm wearing a Guinness hat, too. It's not that I love Guinness. I'm Irish, I like Guinness, but stuff gets sent to me for free, and I live in the Arctic, so I use it. I only have like 6 beer glasses, okay? I went from 500 beer glasses to 6. Now, as you guys know, I love an Irish red, and too many people do American reds and this and that. This Rouge, this smells like a beautiful Irish red. Molasses. Molasses coffee. Slight touch of earthiness. A slight coppery hint. Coppery, earthy, molasses. A slight touch of roast. Oh, that smells great out of the can. So we'll just throw the can back there. Let's give her a sniff out of the glass. Out of the glass, it's the coppery tones coming first. Cheers, Sláinte. This furnace is not turned off in like 25 minutes. That's how cold it is outside right now. This house is very well insulated. And you figure your houses don't touch the ground, right? They're all raised off the ground on stilts. So under the house is really well insulated as well, as long as dogs don't eat it out. And that furnace has been on for a while. Fuck you guys at 13 Barrels because you made a great red. That's why I'm saying fuck you guys, because you made a great red. I look for a great red quite often. I don't find them very often. When I look for a red ale, like I said, I want an Irish red. I want a Malt Maniacs type of beer. And this is basically that. This has a flavor profile that is a mix of a pure Irish red and like a pure English nut brown. And what I mean by that is it has like a nutty, earthy, slightly bitter finish to it, and it has that beautiful toffee, molasses, sweetness up at the forefront. The beautiful maltiness of an Irish red with like the slightly earthy, English-esque tones of a nut brown. A little touch of that coppery taste as well. Like their Wild Goose Stout, this is a little thin, but as a red ale, well, I don't, is it an ale or is it a lager? I didn't even really look, right? It just says Rouge, so it could be either. And again, we're looking at 5.5% alcohol, and it really does not take... Fuck, I gotta stop. I'm gonna end up having to shave if I don't get my oils soon, because that skin is just itchy as shit in there. And then the problem with wearing a mask is you get beard face, like you get mask beard. You get hat hair, you get mask beard. Light-bodied, really nice, really refreshing, easy drinking. Again, beautiful flavors of molasses, of toffee, of caramel, of an earthiness, of a bit of nuttiness, and of a bit of copperiness. All in all, great little beer. I'm actually quite impressed with this brewery. I mean, if I had any complaint, and every brewery there's something you can pinpoint on them, right? Even breweries that I've given like 9.75s and 10 out of 10s on, there's usually something that is traditionally trademarked in their beers. The only thing I would say with these guys is maybe their beers are a bit thin, but that just makes them more drinkable. They're not as heavy, they're not as woof. Sometimes it takes away from the experience, it takes away from the mouthfeel. That's perfectly okay if I can drink a bunch of them. Again, for anyone that doesn't know me very well and are new to the channel, I drink my beer room temperature. Basically, I was raised by Irish parents, and I drink the European way. I don't refrigerate my beer. So I try to get through my craft beers right away. But what that does is it does show me if there's anything. I shouldn't say it shows me. It helps show me if there's anything hiding in the beer. If there was any flavors that they're trying to hide. Because when you serve a beer cold, you're slowing down those molecules. The tastes aren't as strong. The flavors aren't as strong. And you can hide a lot of flavor just in cooling down a beer. Look at a Coors Light. Drink a Coors Light at room temperature. Drink a Coors Light ice cold. Which way does the Coors Light taste better? I'll give you a hint. It's the ice cold. Yeah, that is great. Out of 10, 8.5. I could drink that beer all day long. And that pisses me off. Because I live in Nunavik, not New Brunswick. So I can't get this all day long. However, a couple years down the road, I might end up in New Brunswick because the East Coast is our final destination. We left Ontario, we sold everything we owned, we came up here to work, and the East Coast is where we will finally land and finish off our life. Maybe I'll be somewhere near Bathurst. If I keep making beers like this, I just might be. Cheers.